What is up, Unison Gamers? This is Michael Sean from Unison Games coming at you with an analysis video of one of the Flesh and Blood hero decks that came out. These are sort of like starter decks, but like not really starter decks that you might know, because this game actually has pretty decent power level in these sealed decks. Even if you have like crazy like the Majestic and Legendary cards, even a Fabled card, you know, it's going to help your deck, but it's not going to auto win you any matchups, you know? So that's the really cool thing about this game. You can win with a bunch of commons and rares if you want to. So we're going to take a look at each of the 4 kind of welcome decks that they came out with. That's what I've been calling them. They're called hero decks, but I'm really excited to take a look. Hopefully you guys saw David's Learn to Play video. If you haven't, I'll link that in the description. That'll be really helpful. That's an important thing to watch if you want to watch this. But we're going to be taking a look at some specific mechanics and taking a look at what that kind of archetype wants to do. So let's start with Bravo, the showstopper. He is our Guardian. If you go to the back of it, it says Guardian on it. That's the faction that we're dealing with here. That's the class. Step right up. Here's the strongest man in Rathe. Set the scene and build up the anticipation for the cranial-crushing, spine-shattering, show-stopping finale. Very cool. It's a 60-card Guardian deck showing the crush mechanic. Bravo, the showstopper. Hero, weapon, and equipment included. Mini rulebook enclosed. Read to play out of the box. All right, let's take a look at what's in this thing. As you can see, they're sealed. I have not looked at these deck lists. I tried to find them. They're not really made available anywhere, and I didn't look for a crazy amount of time. I'm sure you could find them on Reddit somewhere or something like that, but they definitely weren't. It wasn't just a Google search away, as many other things are, unless I was just typing in the wrong words. But let's go see if we can open this without damaging our cards, even if they are mostly low rarity. All right. So one of the nice things about this is it comes with this little rule book, and the rule book is it's no joke. This rule book's pretty big. There we go. There's the rule book. So definitely not like a lot of other rule books that are just kind of like a quick. This is like a full rule book, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure it's not the full rule book, but it's pretty long. So that's pretty cool. We'll put that over this side. Then we got our hero. All right. So unlike the tokens, which are usually double-sided, these are just similar. Here's the adult version of Bravo. You'll see he's got 40 health. I believe everything else on the card is the same. Yep, it's literally the only difference is the health. So 40 health, 20 health. What's his ability? Boom, right here. As an action, you pay 2 resources. Until end of turn, your attack action cards with cost 3 resource or greater gain Dominate. Go again. The defending hero can't defend the attack with more than 1 card from their hand if it has Dominate. That's the text of the card. And so the idea here is that you want to guarantee that you're getting damage through. And we'll see how important that is as we look at the other card. So we'll go ahead and put that as if we were playing the game. That would go like right there. Okay, then we have his weapon, Anothos. Once per turn action. So you can pay 3 and attack with this. If you have 2 or more cards in your pitch zone with cost 3 or greater, Anothos gains +2. So if you spent a lot of 3 cost cards, it gains 2 attack. And now it's swinging for 6, which is quite a bit for just a weapon attack. It's a 2-handed weapon, so he's only going to get 1. We're going to put that there. Move these over just a tad. Okay, now we have his armor stuff. We got Helm of Izin's Peak. As an action, you can pay 1, destroy this, and your hero gets +1 intelligence until end of turn. So you're going to draw an extra card at the end of the turn. And it defends for 1. Put that over there. Iron Wrought Plate is just the generic blade break equipment. You defend with it, and then it's gone. That's this chest piece that comes here. Goliath Gauntlet is a generic equipment. You destroy it as an action. The next attack action card with cost 2 or greater you play this turn gains +2 attack, and you can go again. That makes sense because it kind of combos with, what was it here, Anothos, where you're kind of playing a bunch of cards that cost a bunch. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll go ahead and put that right there. And then the generic Iron Wrought Legs is what comes with it. It has blade break. So we kind of have our stuff laid out there. Okay, now that we got our board space set up, let's go ahead and take a look at what is in the actual deck. All right, I'm just going to push Bravo a little bit. He might go off screen. That's okay. And let's take a look at these. So Start out with 3 red buckling blows. Right there. It costs 4, pitches for 1. It's red, so that makes sense. It has Crush on it, and this is kind of the mechanic of the deck. If Buckling Blow deals 4 or more damage to a hero, put a -1 counter on a target equipment they control. So these equipments, let's take this for example. See how it has 1 defense? Well, once you get a -1, it can't defend for anything anymore. So that's pretty good. So that seems kind of cool. So if we get through for 4, it attacks for 8. It's not going to be the hardest thing in the world to attack for 4. And remember, if we have Dominate because of Bravo, then they can only block it with 1 card. All right, then we got Cartilage Crush. This is cost 3, pitches for 1, attacks for 7, so that kind of makes sense. Again, we have Crush. If it deals 4 or more damage to a hero, their first action during the next turn costs an additional resource to play. And listen, I've played a few games of this, and a lot of times it's you miss something by 1 resource, or you need an exact resource for your hand to work. So that could be really disruptive. I like that card. All right, then we got 3 Debilitate. Here we go. Costs 4, pitches for 1. Crush. If Debilitate deals 4 or more damage to a hero, their first attack during their next turn has -2 attack. Pretty good. Pretty decent. So it's pretty easy to see what's going on here. Here's a rare. Gave us a rare. Those have all been common so far. Here's a rare Disable. Costs 1, or costs 5, pitches for 1. Crush. If Disable deals 4 or more damage to a hero, put a card from their arsenal on the bottom of its owner's deck. So if they've been saving something in their arsenal, they just don't get it. It's pretty good. Okay, 3 copies of Emerging Power. This is an aura. It says go again. At the beginning of your action phase, you destroy this. Then the next Guardian attack action card you played this turn gains +3 attack. Pretty cool. Just another way to ensure that you are hitting for that 4 damage. Oh, we got more Debilitates. These ones are yellow. Here's another card that we have a different color of, which is Emerging Power. Emerging Power makes a lot of sense. It's an aura that has go again. At the beginning of your action phase, you destroy it. And then the next Guardian attack action card you play gains +2. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay, here's Springboard Somersault. This is a card that is unique to the starter deck, so you can only get it there. This is the yellow one. It costs 0. If Springboard Somersault is played from the arsenal, it gets +2. It's a defense reaction, so you can essentially put this in the arsenal, and then you defend with it as your defense reaction for 4, which is pretty decent. Ironically, it's actually really good against some of these cards in this deck, so that's kind of cool. Okay, we got Buckling Blow. We'll go ahead and put this over here so we got room. Here's the blue Buckling Blow. So it's going to do less damage. This is the one that puts -1 counters if it deals 4 or more on your opponent's equipment. This one deals 6, whereas this one deals 8 because this one's blue and it can also pitch. I think you need some blue cards in your deck just to round it out. Just to make sure that you can actually play some of these cards, especially in this deck where Bravo gets bonuses if you have stuff that costs or that pitches for 3 in your resource. Okay, here's Cartilage Crush, another blue card here. You can see the red one did 7, the blue one does 5, and this is the one that makes, if it does 4 more damage, your opponent's first action during their next turn costs an additional 1. Okay, Crush Confidence. This is a card that we saw a lot in some of our openings. You've seen those already. Crush Confidence says, Crush. If Crush Confidence deals 4 or more damage to a hero, they lose all hero card effects and activated abilities until the end of their next turn. Really great way to get rid of some of the strategies of other decks. So that's pretty cool. Got another Disable. This time we have a play set of it. This is one of the rares that's in the deck. Put Crush Confidence over here. So this is the one that you get to put their arsenal away, which is pretty sweet. This is the blue one. It hits for 7, whereas the red one hit for 9. But again, it pitches for 3. Okay, we got another rare here with Staunch Response. Staunch Response, it's blue. You pay 2 for it. As an additional cost to play Staunch Response, you may pay 4. If you do, it gains +3. This is a defense reaction. It already defends for 5, and it could defend potentially for 8. That is really, really big. Really big. So that's pretty cool. All right, Blessing of Deliverance. This is a rare, and it is an aura. It's blue. It says, go again. When it enters the arena, if you have a card in your pitch zone with cost 3 or greater, draw a card. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy Blessing of Deliverance, then reveal the top card of your deck. Gain 1 life for each card with cost 3 or greater revealed this way. Cool. So remember, this is the cost 3 or greater, not cards in your pitch. So a lot of these cards cost 3 or greater. Actually, pretty much all of them cost 3 or greater. We have some 2 costs here with our emerging powers. Here's another 2 cost aura with Stonewall Confidence. Go again. When Stonewall Confidence is in the arena, cards you control with cost 3 or greater get +2 defense while defending. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. So that's pretty cool. All right, Barraging Brawnhide. Here's a generic action for us. It is a blue, 3 cost, hits for 5, defense for 2. If this is defended by less than 2 non-equipment cards, it gains +1. So that's pretty good. Raging Onslaught, another one of the generics in this deck. It's just a generic blue, hits for 5, defense for 3. Drone of Brutality, we got another rare here. If Drone of Brutality would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, instead put it on the bottom of your deck. Kind of cool. It's a 2 cost, 4 attack, 2 defense. Wounded Bull. When you play Wounded Bull, if you have less life than your opponent, it gains +1, sorry. I think it's actually technically it's health, not life, I believe. Okay, Pummel. Choose one. Target club or hammer weapon. His is a hammer weapon. Gets +2. Target attack card with cost 2 or greater gets +2. And if this hits, the defending hero discards a card. That's actually really good. I think that would be something that you would probably play more of, because you can either use it to help out your hammer, or you can use it to help out the next attack card that you're going to play. And it's probably going to cost 3 or more because the deck costs 3 or more. Okay, Potion of Strength. Destroy Potion of Strength. Your next attack this turn gets +2 and go again. That's another rare that they've given us. And our last card here is Slogism. The next attack action card with cost 2 or greater you play this turn gets +4. Go again. So Slogism probably is another. It itself costs 3 or more, or 3, and so I bet Slogism is probably one that you'd want to play in this. So as you look at this deck list, they actually do give us quite a bit of things here. I like that a lot. I like that they gave us the head that's unique to the Guardian, and I like that they gave us a non-Iron Rot generic equipment as well. I think that's pretty cool. Of course, the card itself, just to kind of review the hero, when things cost 3 or greater, they gain Dominate when you pay 2 here. That's really cool. So what that means is that we're going to play a lot of blue cards to help us pay for those high-cost cards. You can see that there's quite a bit of blue in this deck. And then a lot of cards that are sort of expensive. So as I'm looking, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I believe there's 6 here, so 20. Yeah, 20 of these cards are less than 3. Everything else is more expensive than 3. So that's pretty cool. And so we're trying to play expensive cards. We're trying to pitch expensive cards. We're trying to defend with expensive cards because we get bonuses when we do so. Also, expensive cards hit for a lot of damage. And the whole idea of Crush, which a lot of these cards have, is that we do special things to our opponent when we hit for 4 or more. And that's really important to the strategy of this deck. So there we go. That is the Bravo Showstopper Hero deck. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful for you. Unison Games is carrying these hero decks, so if you'd like one, reach out on our DMs and let us know. Of course, if you're watching and you like this video, hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications because we got tons and tons and tons of content coming out that you guys are going to enjoy and you won't want to miss it. Like I said, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you very soon in the next one.